The main drop apparently landed here and here. In between, nothing but scattered and ineffectual damage.
Look, Wiley, somebody's got to get through to the old man. Whoever is running the defense system at Leon has got us taped. And I mean really taped. Now, if my group is going to play pigeon for a private shooting gallery, I've got to have a reason. And I mean a good one. I mean something like a real target, not just an empty factory.
Frank, how are you on salmon fishing?
Well, at the moment, I'm not vitally interested in it.
It's too bad. I have a reel. It was made in this same factory over 10 years ago. Every small part, every screw machined like a watch.
What's the point?
Point is, we know the Germans are trying to perfect a gyro steering system for a pilotless flying bomb. Now, a gyro system requires many small precision parts that could conceivably be made in a fishing gear plant.
All right, and we also know that the factory has been gutted and the machinery carted off to Germany.
No, that's only an educated guess. We still don't know whether all the equipment has been moved or only part of it. Now, Frank, if there is a possibility, even a remote skin and bones chance that we can foul up their flying bomb program, we have got to take it.
Even if it means another 40% loss?
Even if it means 100% loss.
'O'clock High. A QM production. Starring Robert Lancer. Also starring Frank Overton and John Larkin. With guest stars Tim O'Connor and John Van Breelen. Tonight's episode, Decision.
General, anybody ever tell you that you bought yourself a rough job?
It seems to me you did. A long time ago.
You have to learn how to bleed on the inside when you wear that star, don't you?
Yeah, maybe I'm just a warrior, Jack.
Maybe you're just a soft touch.
Oh, Major Stovall reminded me of something I should have remembered myself. This is the big one for you, isn't it?
Yeah. One more round trip and I win myself a paid vacation.
You know, you could have said something yesterday, last week. Anytime before I posted squadron assignments.
Why? Does that make any difference in the batting order?
Oh, sometimes we get a milk run around here.
Now, that's what I mean about a soft touch, Frank. You'd like to give everyone here a milk run, but you can't do it, and that peels the skin off.
You know, sometimes I'd like to just take you apart to see what makes you tick inside there.
Well, with the aid of an old and cherished good luck charm, and with all due respect to the general's rank, would like to remind him that he already tried to take me apart once. In West Point, when was it? Back in 1927. The middleweight boxing finals.
1926, and it was the semifinals.
You're still trying to get in that final punch.
Your name came up at staff again the other day. How would you like a nice desk job for a change? It'd mean a couple of silver replacements.
Colonel Temple. Nah, Frank, I've sweated long and hard to keep this nice, uncomplicated major's rank of mine. I don't want to formulate policy, I just want to fly.
Can I give you gentlemen a lift to the field?
What about the lucky lady?
Yes, sir, going right past her.
See you upstairs, General.
Good luck, Major.
I forgot to have you sign the flight order, sir. Major Temple still going on this one?
You see any reason why I shouldn't?
No, sir.
Neither does he.
Good luck, General.
Thank you. Thanks, Harvey. All right, let's go, Darvin. Troop leader to Boy Scout 1.
You're straggling. Close it up.
Boy Scout 1 to leader. Number 1 engine hit by flak. Forced the feather. Losing altitude. We'll try to maintain level long enough to complete bomb run.
Leader to Boy Scout 1, roger.
Hang in as tight as you can.
Bombardier.
On briefed heading. It's all yours.
Bombs away.
Look, troop leader.
Boy Scout 5 in flames. Going down.
Blue Troop leader to Boy Scouts. We're out of flak. The fighters will be hitting us. Close it in. Keep it tight. Boy Scout 1, where are you?
Boy Scout 1 to leader. We're looking up at you. Holding level.
Bandits. 6 o'clock high. Shot up. Number 2 engine's on fire.
Pilot to crew. Bail out. Repeat. Bail out.
Boy Scout 2 to Blue Troop leader. Boy Scout 1 going down at 4 o'clock.
Blue Troop leader to Boy Scout 1. Are you bailing out? Jack, are you bailing out? Acknowledge. Boy Scout 2, can you see any shoots?
Negative. Boy Scout 1 has disappeared through heavy clouds. No shoots visible. Repeat, no shoots visible.
Blue Troop leader to Boy Scouts. Close the gaps, let's go home.
Das ist der kommandierende Offizier Major John Lawrence Temple, Leutnant Russ Evan Kinner, Feldwebel Hugo Ernst Weinstock, Feldwebel Lowland Chester Nichols und Obergefreiter Dennis Kenneth Moody. Es sind nur 5 Fallschirme gesehen worden, bevor der Bomber abstürzte. Hier sind die Erkennungsmarken, Herr Oberst.
Okay. I am Colonel Alfred Höppner. I congratulate you and your men for your narrow escape. And I am prepared to inform your superiors of the good news.
You've got the name, rank, and serial number there, Colonel.
Yes. But I'm not quite certain where to send this important information. What bomber group? What base?
Why don't you have them send it in care of general delivery? They'll get it.
Your bombs did very little damage. Some walls crumpled, a roof blown in. Höppner? Ja? Ausgezeichnet. Ja, dann sind die Nummer nicht verbrannt. Ja, ich bitte Sie. 918 Bomber Group. Wer ist denn der kommandierende Offizier? Ja, Moment, buchstabieren bitte. Ja, S-A-V-A-G-E, Savage. General Frank Savage. Danke. Wenn Sie was mehr wissen, dann rufen Sie sofort an, ja? Danke. Your airplane was burned, but not quite enough to destroy all the markings. So I do not have to ask you any more questions. Ist das Gefangenenlager fertig?
Jawohl, Oberst.
I must apologize, but it will be necessary for me to keep you here at the factory for a few more days.
This is a target zone, Colonel. It's against the Geneva Treaty to hold war prisoners in a combat area.
Unfortunately, the Geneva Treaty does not provide any solution for an overworked German officer who carries a heavy responsibility. There is certain equipment in this factory which cannot be moved until a train arrives in 3 days. I must bargain with your general for that much time. If he is a man of conscience, he will consider your lives a heavy price to pay for another attack on Laon.
But what if they do come back, sir? I mean, what about us?
Moody!
Like you, Corporal, also I am worried. If we are both in luck, your general will attempt to have you moved away from here. He will contact the Red Cross. He will complain that I have broken the rules of the Geneva Treaty. The Red Cross will investigate. This will take time. At least 3 days.
Well, now, that's a good stall if it works. You see, General Savage doesn't know that we're alive.
He will. I promise you that. Come here a moment. I want to show you something. If your good general does not believe what he hears, perhaps he will believe what he sees. Of course, he will be brought inside during the night. But unfortunately, I am forced to keep your exercise compound in the middle of what you call the target zone. Let us hope it does not become one.
This is Germany calling. This is Germany calling. This is your old friend, Lord Haw-Haw, speaking to you from Radio Berlin. Tonight I have a special message to the American 918th Bombardment Group in England. Hello there, General Frank Savage, and all the gallant flyers of the 918th. You'll never guess who dropped in for tea this morning. Major John Temple, serial number 0495438, and 4 of his teammates. Colonel Hepner was so delighted to have guests, he's asked the whole jolly crew to stay on with him at the factory for a few days. So if you're planning to drop over again, don't forget to wave to Major Temple and his chums. You'll see them comfortably situated in the precise middle of the target zone. Gives one pause for thought, doesn't it, General Savage?
Come in.
Did you hear the broadcast, sir?
Yeah, I heard it.
I'm having extra transcripts typed up. One for General Crow, one for staff, and one for immediate transmission to International Red Cross in Switzerland. That strike on Leon scheduled for tomorrow. I don't suppose there's any chance we could postpone that until we hear from the Red Cross.
No.
No. Well.
Harvey. I would tell you one of the toughest jokes I ever got in my life was when Jack Temple knocked me flat on my tail and...
What's that, sir?
You know, go on getting out the courts martial, man. It was back at the Point. In a boxing tournament.
Well, that must have been quite a fight.
It was. Believe me, it was. Right up until the 7th round. He caught me leaning too far ahead of my footwork. Trying to beat each other's brains out of it. It's a funny way for a friendship to start. I remember he came back to my locker right after the fight. Shook hands like a couple of wet-eared cadets. We made an agreement right then. Neither one of us ever had to swing on the other one. We'd do it. All stops out, no punches pulled. No apologies. Tomorrow I'm gonna hit Jack Temple about as hard as a man can be hit.
Frank, I don't think this situation...
Now, come on, Harvey. You make a lousy chaplain. Oh, look, I'll tell you what. Let's both work on those transfers. I'll buy you a drink. Joe, it may not be in the bartender's manual, but whenever you pour a good drink, you pour it with a steady eye and a very slow hand. Remember that.
Yes, sir.
Here's to all the rough days, past, present, and future tense.
Oh, Joe, I have something for your lost and found department. You hang this thing up over the bar bit. On the path outside a briefing.
It belongs to Major Temple. I'll return it to him.
Of course, sir.
Come on, Joe.
While we're waiting for the first one to settle, General, would you like to see who pays for the second round with low score?
All right, I'll take you on, Harley.
Joe, these things are dog-eared beyond redemption. Any chance the club could spring for a new set?
Sure. I think we've got a new box down here somewhere.
Well, if it's going to be too much trouble, we can play with these.
No trouble at all, sir.
Hold it. General Savage. Give me Colonel Ferguson, Loxley Fighter Base, urge him. Tell Herod I want to see him. Tell him to bring every scrap of intelligence he has on the layout factory. Building layouts, area, terrain. Ferguson? Yeah, we'll have to do that sometime. Right now, I want to know how fast you can get a photo recon plane in the air.
Seems to me that Herr Colonel made a slight error. One of his buildings doesn't look too empty.
I wonder what they're doing over there.
Whatever it is, they put it into high gear. Shortly after we arrived.
Smile, Moody, they're taking your picture.
Amerikanische Aufklärung. Ich habe das erwartet.
Zuhören bitte! Auf dieses Flugzeug wird nicht geschossen! General Savage sent that plane over to find out something. Well, let's point it out for him. That long building over there. Come on, line up here, fellas.
Hugo, what's wrong? Hey, Major, what are they doing? Poisoning our food? Doctor. Get a doctor. A doctor. Frank. Kom her, Walter. Lægge mig. Frank. Frank. Was ist los? Was ist los?
Lassen Sie das Gewehr los! All right. That's it. We've had it. Drop your gun, Moody.
Do. Hand the hoe.
Pinpoint bombing works when it works. Only if there is one single isolated target. You can't take out an entire factory.
You have to take out an entire factory. Just one building, Wiley. One.
Frank, look, I know what you were trying to do. Now, the only way to wipe out Leon is to saturate
Wiley,
it.
I've got a case. Now, it might have a couple of holes in it, but it deserves a hearing.
Frank, there isn't time.
How much time does it take to make a tactical command error, General?
All right. I hope it's good.
Number one. This picture's taken by a recon plane today. It's a close-up of the factory buildings in Leon. Now look at them. Deserted, empty. There's no question about it, right?
They look empty, yes.
All right, now look at this one. A long building at the north perimeter of the target area. There's a truck at the loading docks. Heavy traffic marks here, here, and here. You see how much longer this building is than the other buildings. Our recon boys estimate its length in excess of 900 feet.
I will admit that you have an excellent grasp of the target area.
Thanks a lot. Number two. A confidential report on the steering device for the flying bombs. Here. It is estimated to have in excess of 200 intricate precision parts which must be installed in sequence. Listen to me. It is further estimated that this kind of piecework manufacturing would require a continuous assembly line of no less than 700 feet in length.
I have read that report.
Number three. Debriefing of the recon pilot. The Germans let him through without so much as a dirty look.
Meaning?
Meaning they wanted us to get pictures of what we would think was an empty factory, so we'd cross it off the target list. They didn't even put up camouflage to make it more convincing.
Well, why are they holding prisoners as hostages to keep us from coming back?
Look at this, Wiley. This shot. Made on the first pass by the recon plane. Now, you see, now we're all bunched in close. No particular pattern, right? All right, I compare it with this photo made on the second pass. Now, here's where Major Temple and his men are. And here's that long building, the one that could house an assembly line. Here's the first photo again. Remember, they're all bunched in together, close. No particular pattern, right? Now let's connect a couple of X's. A line running from the prison enclosure to the long building on the outside perimeter.
Well, your geometry is fascinating, Frank, but what are you trying to prove?
That Major Temple saw a chance to tip us to the real target when the recon plane made that second pass. Now, look. Here is that photo of the men made on the second pass, blown up. Now, look. You see how they're all neatly lined up? Hmm? All right, let's follow the line that the boys made for us. Leads off in a direct angle to the long building at the edge of the factory yard.
You're right, Frank. It is a good case. And there's no question about it. The long building is the one we want.
All right, Wiley, now let me go in alone. One bomber. One single bomber. Now, these men are at least 300 yards from that long building. If I can pinpoint it, all they'll have to do is duck a little flying brick. At least it's a chance.
One chance, Frank, that's all. But not your way, my way.
All right, what's your way?
You can try your pinpoint bombing. One plane, one run. But if you miss, there'll be 100 B-17s right on your tail to finish off this job.
If I hit?
They veer to an alternate target.
How much head start do I get?
Oh, with a good tailwind, maybe 10 minutes.
Danke, das ist alles. Jolo.
You've been causing a lot of trouble, Major.
Well, what did you expect from us, Colonel?
Trouble? Perhaps I also would have been very foolish in your place. By the way, that was very clever of you to line up your men while the reconnaissance plane was flying over. However, I've decided to evacuate the building. Come here. The machinery you would like to see destroyed has been moved to another building on the opposite side of the factory. Just to be safe. Under which shell lies the little bean? Major?
Herr Oberst, amerikanische Bomber, mindestens 100. Unsere Jagdflugzeuge sind gerade aufgestiegen, um sie aufzuhalten.
American bombers. Bringt die Gefangenen in den Luftschutzraum. Go with him.
Jawohl, Oberst.
Looks like we might sneak through, General.
The Germans are probably more worried about those 100 bombers behind us.
Bombardier to pilot. Sir, I've checked and double-checked those calculations. If we salvo the whole load in one pass, we'll scatter the bombs for a mile. Can we make 2 passes?
You think you can make 2 good hits?
Easing in 1 bad one, sir.
Roger, make it 2 passes. Spearhead to Razor 1. Approaching kickoff. This will be the last contact. Remain on option play until you hear from quarterback.
Colonel, you could have left us up there to watch. Why didn't you?
Because it would accomplish nothing, Major. For either of us.
about the bombardier? Turning on the IP.
How about it, Pete?
Yes, sir. It's coming in loud and clear. Bombs away.
Get out of here. Hey, how about him?
Now it's you who must decide whether or not to kill. All right, through that gate and don't stop running.
What happened down there? Hit that building dead on, and the fire started way on the other side of the factory. Wait a minute. That's not just a fire. Somebody's trying to point out a new target.
Can you pick it up?
Yes, sir. You want me to change over? We flattened that other building on the first pass.
Change over.
Right down the smokestack.
Spearhead to Razor 1. Touchdown. Repeat, touchdown. Acknowledge.
Razor 1 to Spearhead. Acknowledged. Nice play. Heading for a new ball game. Out.
Let's go home. Congratulations, Lieutenant. Temple and his men have probably still combing cinders out of their hair.
Thank you, sir.
At ease. General, what is it, Wiley?
We received a radio message from French underground at Leon, Frank. 3 of our men escaped from the factory.
3.
The message said that Major Temple could have escaped, but he went back for some reason. No one knows why. I'm sorry, Frank. He's dead.
That's confirmed.
Yes.
Major, make out 9 passes. Make them for 48 hours.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and, put this with Major Temple's personal effects. I never had a chance to return him. Yeah.
G2 report on the Leon strikes.
Thank you, Major. Did you read it?
Yes, sir.
Intelligence happy?
Extremely happy.
Good.
Your second pass was the right one. They'd moved all the gyro equipment out of the first building. G2 estimates that the flying bomb program's been set back 4 to 6 months.
By Major Jack Temple, deceased.
Yes, sir.
I recommended a Medal of Honor. It's something for his son.
Yes, sir.
I can't write the letter to his wife, Harvey. I've been trying since 9:30 this morning. I don't know how to put down on paper what I feel.
Well, General, why don't you say the truth? Say that he was your friend, he did his duty, and considerably more. That you're proud of him, that you miss him. Doesn't that about cover it, sir?
Yeah, I think that covers it, Major.